Okay, and that is completely working on your Oracle tool. Okay, and now we will see after connectivity was done, so successfully you connected to your Oracle database server, then how I need to communicate. So communication means what now? Sending request to my server, and server will take our request processing, and again it send back to, okay, to client application. Whatever the response is there, the response is sending to again client application. So this kind of communication was going to be happen in between user and database server. But this communication purpose we required what now? One language. Okay, now, and here we are using, which language we are using, guys? SQL language. And we already said to you, Oracle. Oracle is a RDBMS, that means Object Relational Database Management Systems. So every object relational databases, okay, every object relational databases are going to be work and interacting to your databases with the SQL language. Okay, but what I said, Oracle SQL, MySQL SQL, and SQL Server SQL, DB2 SQL, so any kind of SQL, only the commands was same, like DDL commands, DML commands, okay, TCL, DCL, DRL. So these commands are standard. That means the commands will never change. Okay, now, but what it was, except these queries, the queries are standard queries. You can use these queries in MySQL, same, in Oracle, same, in SQL Server, same. So up to queries are standard, but remaining things means what now? Data types, operators, functions. Okay, so these kind of things will be little bit changes are there. If that changes you need to identify, then you can handle any databases in real time. Okay, if I have a good knowledge on one database technology, either Oracle or MySQL or SQL Server, remaining databases also easily you can handle. Okay, na? Right. And now today in this session, we will discuss about what is SQL. SQL is a case sensitive language or not, and what kind of commands are there in this SQL. Okay, this is all we will be discussed now. Okay, all right. So first of all, we all of you know, I already given some information about SQL. SQL is one of the database language, and this language, especially the people, that means IBM, the IBM people was designed this language whenever you want to communicate with the databases. Okay, na? So that's the main reason why we want to use this SQL. Okay, na? Right. So below write down some points about this. SQL is a database language. Is a database language. Okay. So which is used to communicate with database, with the database. Okay, now the next one is here. Initially IBM company, when it was introducing this language, so they was given some name. The name is called as what now? SQL. Okay, the first name of this language is what now? SQL. And the SQL later on, the IBM will be renamed as a SQL. Okay, na? So initially, what is the name here? SQL, and after renamed by IBM as a SQL. Okay, na? So that is the initial name of this language. Right down below. The first name is SQL, and later renamed as SQL by IBM. Okay, here SQL stands for, okay, structure English query language. Okay, initially the people, how they stand off SQL, they was given structure English. So here S stands for structure, E stands for English, QUE stands for query, L stands for language. So structure English query language, and later it was renamed as a structure query language. Okay, na? And nowadays, even though somebody is calling SQL, so that is also correct, and don't confuse. Okay, na? SQL is nothing but SQL only. And so many people, when you're working in real-time companies, okay, some employees are called as a SQL language. Okay, so SQL language is nothing but SQL only. Okay, now, right. And now these SQL language queries, whatever the predefined queries are there, those queries are not case sensitive. So that means SQL language queries, whatever the standard queries are there, those standard queries are not a case sensitive. So that is the reason sometimes I'm writing capital, sometimes I'm writing small case characters. Okay, so it means that how can you say your language is a case sensitive or not? For example, your Java is a case sensitive. Yes. So how can you say Java is a case sensitive? Ah, that's a simple uppercase and lower cases. For example, in your Java, can you write like this here? Static void main. Can I write? No, it's not accepted. Why, sir? Here in the main method, M is what? Here capital. Actually, small. So this is not accepted, but this one accepted. This is called as a case sensitive. So case sensitive is nothing but simply remember. So upper and lower cases. So where you want to use upper, you should use a upper only. If you go for lower, it doesn't allowed. Okay. So this kind of comparisons. Okay. So that is called as a case sensitive. But unfortunately, in our SQL is not a case sensitive language. Okay. Na? So SQL queries you can write in any manner. Okay, right. So SQL is not a case sensitive, is not a case sensitive language. Okay, case sensitive language. We can write SQL queries. We can write SQL queries in upper or lower cases. Upper or lower case characters. So that means you will be write like this your query. For example, if I have one query, I can write all in the capitals letters, all in the capitals letters. So it will be allowed you. It will be allowed you. And if you want to write here, okay, all in the small case characters. So it is also allowed you. And even though you can write like upper and okay lower combination also you can write, there is nothing problem. So it is also allowed you. Okay, right. And now in this SQL, okay, we have some sub languages are there. SQL is having 5 sub languages. Okay, languages are, and one by one I will be give it now. The first language, okay, we called as your data definition language. So shortcut we called your DDL. So in this tutorial, we have few commands here. The commands are create command, and we have here alter. And in this alter, again, we have a sub commands like alter, okay, modify. Like we have the commands here, alter, add. So one more command will be alter, rename, and one more thing is called as what now? Alter, drop. And after that, we have your rename command. And after that, we have your truncate. And next, we have your drop. And in this, some new features are introduced here. Okay, what kind of features are there here? So in this, another command we called as here recycle bin. So this is one feature it was introducing here. And second one is called as a flashback, the flashback command. And third one is called as a purge command. So these are comes under total DDL commands, data, definition, language. And come to your second language, we called as data manipulation language. So we called as TML. And in this, we have some commands here, insert and update and delete. So some new commands are there in this, the new commands. So what are the new commands along with these things means? So insert all and merge command. And the third one we called as your data retrieval. Okay, or else data query also we can say. Query language. It's called as DRL or DQL. Somebody is calling DRL, somebody is calling DQL. So in this, we have only the command was select. And the next one, the fourth one is called as here. Okay. So transaction control language. It's called as here TCL. And in this, we have here the commands are commit, roll back, and save point. And the next language, the fifth language, that's called as data control language. So DCL. Okay, all right. So in DCL, we have the two commands here. One is we called a grant command as well as revoke. Okay, so These are total commands, guys, here, and these commands you can see uh, any language, okay, it will be same as, okay, but except this one. So this is comes under only Oracle, okay, na? And next these are comes under only Oracle, but these commands you cannot see in your MySQL and SQL server, okay, no? So these are not available in that. These are the some new features in your Oracle only, and this one and this one, okay, and remaining commands are common for any database language. That means any databases like SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, Informix, Ingresses, Teradata, MaxDB, PostgreSQLs. Okay, in any database, okay, except insert all, and these things remaining commands was common. Okay, now so that's why these commands what we called as a standard commands we called. Okay, right. And let me see one by one. First of all, we should know this commands, how it was work. Okay, what is the syntaxes and formulas, and these formulas how to use to perform some operation on my database tables. Okay, na? So first we will discuss that all one by one command, and you should have good idea on these commands, because if you're not having any idea on this commands or any awareness on this command, so you can't do anything in the database. Okay, na? So if you want to do anything in the database, means compulsory these language commands are very important for us. Okay, so you just focus on all commands one by one. Okay, na? Right. And the first I will go for to discuss with what now. First create command we will see. So come back here and take your create command first in language. What is the language? DDL. In DDL, my first command I'm going to discuss now. Okay, now, right. And this my first command is what now? Create. So I will take capitals, for example. Okay, fine. So create command. So come back and see the basically create command. Okay, the where you want to use and how to use means. In databases, we have so many objects we need to create, like tables, views, synonyms, indexes, procedures, sequences, functions, triggers, okay, packages. Okay, so any kind of object, one new object we need to create under databases compulsory, that should be happen with the help of what now? Create command. So create command through only we can create any type of objects under databases, and without this command you can't create even though table also we can't create. Okay, now so that is the use of this command now. And this command how and what kind of things will do, now check it out. So write down, this command is used, guys, here to create a new database object, a new database object in Oracle. Here new database objects are nothing but what, sir? Okay, there are so many objects are there. For example, table, for example, synonym, for example, view, for example, sequence, for example, index, for example, clustered. Okay, na? So many are there which all are comes under, okay, na? So objects we call, and this every object when we want to create in our Oracle, compulsory create command should be used. Okay, right. But in this, what is the main core object of database? Okay, what is the core object? Core means what? What is the mean by core? For example, simple, I want to ask you, in human body, what is the core component? Heart. Yes or no? In human body, core component is what now? Heart. So if heart is not there, is it possible? No. If heart is not there, means there is no human being. Yes or no? So every functionality is what it was happened through heart, the blood pumpings. Yes or no? So how we can say core means what now? The very, 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 very important component. Okay, that's called as a core. If that object is there, your technology is there. That object is not there, your technology is not there. Okay, now so like this, in databases, especially object relational databases. In this database, I already said to you how I can store the data. Means the data can be stored in the format of what now? Table. So once you create a table, that means first my core object is what now? Table only. Because first create table and data store under table. After table creation, data storing here, the remaining objects can be possible to create. Okay, now without a table, synonyms cannot be created. Without table, view, no user. Without table, sequences are nothing. Yes or no? So the remaining objects, whatever you want to create, these objects, how I want to create means based on table only. So that's why in relational databases, we know that data can be stored in the format of tables. This is called a core object in the database. Okay, na? So now first we will discuss how to create a table and how insert, update, delete. This all we will discuss on this. And later on, this every topic we will discuss. What is sequence? What is synonym? What is view? But it was as per our schedule, step by step, topic wise, I will discuss with you. Okay, na? Right. But now in this, what is the first object? Table. And now let me see how to create a table. Right on below. How to create a new table in Oracle. Okay, right. And the first of all, should we take your syntax? And I said already, syntaxes means formulas, and these are the predefined formulas which was given by IBM. So now you just follow it. So create table and should be pass our table name. Okay, of, now I want to send what now? Column name. So you want to send what now? Column name. So column name, okay, now after column name, compulsory this column are you designed? Okay, which type of column are you designing here? Are you created here? Because of reason, these columns generally we are using for what purpose? Data storage purpose. So which type of data are you storing under this column? Okay, and the column type must and should be, for example, in your front end languages, are you declared into X? X is what? Variable. Into data type. So now tell me, into this X variable, which kind of value I can store? Only integer, na? So if can I store into string? No. Float? Double? No. So that means this variable, which type of variable are you declared here? Integer variable are you declared? So which type of variable are you declared? That type of data only I can store. But other than that, I can't store remaining other type of data. So how can you say in your languages, in your programs, into X comma Y comma Z, how you can say that? Same as in the database side, whatever the data I'm storing in my table object, the which type of data are you storing in specific column? So there, after column name, what should be given? Data type compulsory. Without a data type, okay, your column cannot be created. Okay, data type. And here in database, some data types are having sizes, some data types are no size. That's why I'm giving what now? Size is a optional. It's a optional bracket, comma. Like this, you have to design number of columns, data type, and what now? Size, comma, and so on. Okay, right. And semicolon compulsory. Every command, end of the command should be given semicolon. It's a mandatory. So this is your the table syntax here. Okay, right. And like this, how many columns can I create, sir? It means that you can create number of columns up to 1000 columns. You can create one single table. Okay, na? So that is your maximum capacity of your columns. Okay, right. And how many rows I can store, sir? Row is unlimited. The rows can be unlimited. Why? Because the rows means data. The data is depends on your hard disk memory. Okay, na? So whatever your hard disk was there, the capacity of hard disk, suppose your 1 terabyte of hard disk are using for your database purpose, then you can store 1 terabyte of rows. That's why rows are unlimited. There is no limitations, but columns are having limit up to 1000 columns I can create. Okay, na? Right. And now this is my syntax. And based on syntax, let me go for to create one sample table now. Okay. My first table in our database. Okay. So first what I want to do, I need to log in to my SQL. I'm going to log in with, so connect with what now? Our enter username and password. The first it will ask you compulsory we should enter your name and password. Okay, so I think we are created for on our batch. We created now one user. What is the user account we created? Not system. We create ourselves. MyDB 9 a.m. Yes. You also create one your own database. You can create MyDB 9 a.m. / MyDB 9 a.m. So don't use system, guys, because if using system, lot of confusion, because I already show you in system what happened. Some predefined tables also existing. So some predefined table and your creation table all are mixed together. That's why you don't, you have a confusion. Where is my table? Where is my table? I can search each and every list. There are 160, 180 predefined tables are there. So it was having some confusion. That's why what I said, you create your one username, one user account you can create on your name. Okay, how I was created now. So you should create one name, one separate user account, create, and through that user account to do practice. Okay, then you can understand user facilities are what, which kind of facilities are having by user, which kind of facilities are not having by user. So that kind of knowledge will be, okay, you will improve that. Okay, now because if you do system now, system means what I said, database admin. Database admin by default having all permissions. That's why whatever you do, it was accepted. Understand my point? Whatever you want to do, it will accept it because you are the system. So you are the admin. So admin means having all permissions by default. That's why you don't get any permissions. You don't want it any permissions. All are accepted. In that cases, you can't understand what it was happening in the database. And when you're going to real time, in real time, you're not working as a database admin. You're working as a database developer. So you're going to log in with your developer user ID and password. Then you try to create a table. The table is not giving. That means table is not created. It was saying that insufficient privileges. You don't have a permission to create a table. At the time, what happened? We are confused. Because here we practiced what? System. System, what happened? Directly table is created. But as a developer, if I create a table, table is not created. What it was asking? Get permissions. So then get permission means to whom I want to request, database admin. Admin will give a request, permissions. Then developer create a table. Yes or no? So this kind of awareness, you want it, better to create one separate user account and do with that. Okay, right. So now we can see, I will show you practically, you can understand that what is the differences. So MyDB 9 a.m. This is my user account through. I will connect first. Invalid password. What is the password? ABC. Wait, I want to change my password. This password is also system wrong spelling. Uh, yeah. MyDB 9M user is not there yet. Uh, Actually, we dropped. That's what. Here it was asking what user MyDB 9 AM does not exist. I think last class we dropped. Yes or no? Uh, I forgot it. You also forgot it. Huh? Okay, right. I will create my new user. I'm creating, guys. Okay. To whom you will create new user? Who will create? Your administrator. Who is your admin? System. Blindly remember your admin name is system. That's it. And remaining all you can understand. Create your. Tell me how to create user. Create user username. MyDB identified by some password. Yes or no? My password is also same username I'm taking now. Okay, fine. User created. After user created, can I go through directly this user? Can I connect now? MyDB 9 AM by MyDB 9 AM. Can I connect? No. Why, sir? Because this user is not having grant connectivity permission. Yes or no? So now I try this, but what it was saying, invalid your username. Okay, you are not able to. Same na? MyDB 9 AM, MyDB 9 AM. Okay. So MyDB 9 AM, MyDB 9. So now you don't have a permission. So who will give it permission? Your system. So system will give permission here. What is the permission? Grant connect to whom? MyDB 9 AM. So grant succeeded now. And now can I connect now? So MyDB 9 AM by MyDB 9 AM. So now successfully we connected. So this is what you should do it. Okay, and already I was given in the last class. So after creating your separate user account, and through this user account, I try to create my table. Okay, right. But now here observe. If I want to create one table as per my syntax, what is a create table syntax? Create, tell me, come on. Create table name. For example, students. In students table name is over. What is the first column? What I want to store about student? Student ID. First thing. Student ID. What next? Data type now. Now tell me which data type. Which data type I want to use here? Integer, string, float, data, what? Integer. Integer is supported Oracle. Don't say like your Java data types here. And hey, Java is a different technology. Database is different. C language data types here not possible. Java data types here not possible. Why? Every programming language having its own data types. One language data types cannot use into another language. Now what is my language here? SQL. In SQL, which type of data type? Here the point is what? What should we require first? To create a table, what should be required? Data types. So data types knowledge is required. So if you don't have any data types knowledge now, it means what now? You can't create a table. Impossible. Understand my point now? Without data types knowledge, okay, you can't create a table in any database. MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, whatever it is. Okay, so must and should be know what data types. But here, Oracle SQL, which type of data types are supported? Why? Because Oracle SQL data types are different. MySQL data types are different. Oracle, MySQL Server SQL is different. DB2 SQL is different. So that means every database is having its own data types. Okay, now we want to see in Oracle which kind of data types are supported. Okay, what are those? And when you have this knowledge, then only we can go to create our table. Otherwise, we cannot. So that's what I want to do. I little bit stop here. Okay, come to our requirement. What we need to learn here? Data types. Okay, I just avoid this. Now text heading data types. Data types in Oracle. Okay. So now if now understand why we want to learn data types? Yes or no? Why we want to learn data types? To create a table. Without data types, tables cannot be created. That's the reason behind that. Okay, right. So now let me see. Data types, I think you all of you know when you're learning C language, C++, Java, some little bit awareness you have it. So data types, the main intention is what now? Which type of data are you storing? Yes or no? So that information is telling by data types. For example, in C language, in Java, in any language, if I declared X, X is a variable name. But this variable is which type? Are you mentioned here? No. When I didn't mention any type of this variable, then tell me into this X variable, which kind of data can I store? Integer data na, float, double, string, character, data, time, binary. What I can store in this X? Can we say or no? No, we can't say. Why, sir? Why? Because this X variable is which type of variable that we don't know. Yes or no? That was not mentioned by programmer. So that's why in this X memory, which type of value will be saved or stored, we don't know and we can't say. Okay. So that's why what I want to do, suppose I was given int X. Now tell me, which kind of data can I store into X? Integer. Now you have some idea now? Yes. So that means your data type, what it was tell us means it was telling us what now? Which type of data are you storing under a X variable memory? That was telling by what? Data types. Okay, now same as in our database also. What do you say? Write down. Data type. It is an attribute. It is an attribute which will specify okay what type of data is storing into a column in a table okay na, right. Next one, Oracle supporting the following data types. Oracle supporting the following data types. So in this first one, we called as your numeric data types. Second one, we called as your character or string data types. Third one, we called a long data type. Fourth one, date data types. Fifth one, raw and long run. raw and long raw data types. Sixth one, lob data types. Okay, right. So let me see one by one what is what and how we can use these data types now. Let me see. And the first one is what now? Numeric data types. So numeric data types, the main purpose here observed. In this, again, we have two types of data types, guys, here. One is integer, or else one we called as what now? Number of p comma s. Number of p comma s. Okay, right. And now you can come out and see. So integer, it's a common for you. Okay, so it's common data type for you. Okay, now, right. So what is this and which type of values will be stored? So integer, what is your guessing? Which type? Integer type of value. Okay, write down. Storing integer. Okay, storing integer values only. Okay, now, right. But in my latest Oracle versions, okay, in Oracle latest versions, what it was happen, whenever you want to give integer data type on particular column, when you apply, so this integer data type will be convert into number type. So when you apply, that means at the time of designing level, at the time of table creation level, when we use enter, okay, then Oracle server internally convert this integer to number data type. Understand my point now? Okay. So that's why the people, what they will say, for example, okay, are you taking one serial number? On serial number, if you apply enter, so how it was converted by Oracle serial number with number of 38 size. So here integer data type is equals to number of 38 size. Okay, now this is the size of your enter in the number format. Okay, so it will be converting automatically. Okay, so now here what is number, sir? It's number 38 is called as what now? Precision. P value we called. Okay, so that what it is, I will explain. Below write down. So when we use int data type on a column, at the time of at the time of at the time of creating a table, at the time of creating a table, internally Oracle server, okay, will convert into which data type here? Number of 38 size. Convert into number data type. Okay. Okay, na? Here 38 means what, sir? Okay. Yeah, 38 is nothing but 38 digits. 38 is what now? 38 digits of number I can save under my integer data type column. Okay, now? So 38. Yeah, 38 means what now? 38 digits. Digits of number. Digits of number. Okay, for example, if serial number, if I'm using number of 2, if I'm giving now. Okay, now? So point carefully observed. So your serial number, okay, okay, I was given number of 2. Number of 2 means into this column, from where to where I can save. I can store 0. Can I store 1? Can I store 2? Can I store 11? Yes. Can I store 15? Can I store 20? Can I store 55? Can I store 88? Can I store 99? Can I store 100? No. 100 is no. Why, sir? Your number size is how much here? 2. That means your limit is what now? 0 to 99. That means a 2 digits format of number only I can save. Which format? 2 digits format. So 0 to 2 digits. Up to where? 2 digits here? 99. 99 after what here? 3 digits. Yes or no? Suppose if you want to store 100, then what is the size I want to change? 3. If I'm giving here 3, can I store 100 now? Yes. That means 0 to, now tell me, 0 to up to what? 0 to 999. 0 to 999 I can store. But can I store 1000? No. So I can't store 1000. Suppose if I want to store 4 digits of number, then what I want to use? 4. Okay. So then I can store 4 digits of number. 4 digits of number up to where to where? 0 to 9999. This is called a 4 digits. Yes or no? After next what now? 10,000. Yes or no? 10,000 is how many digits? 5 digits. Can I store here? No. Then how much I want to change? 5. 5 means up to 0 to 99. 999. Can I store 1 lakh? No. If I want to store 1 lakh, how much? 6. Understand concept? Like this, how many digits? Maximum 38. So 38 means it will go like this. How many digits? 38 digits. That means it is number what? Electronics values. Which values? Electronics. Crores, 10 crores, million, billion, trillion. Electronics values I can save. Electronics values are known 10 to the power of E. When you go for calculator, if you enter some numbers, okay, certain range was exceeded, then automatically it was converting into electronics in your calculator. Yes or no? Here also electronics values number I can save under number of 38. That is the capacity of which data type? Integer. Okay, na? But this integer, whenever I use Oracle converting with the number of 38 digits size. So that means 0 to 99999 up to 38 nines of number you can save under this serial number column. Got it my point now? This is what we called as a int number. Are you clear? Come on, guys. Right. And now come to the second one. What is the second one here? Number. So number of P comma S. P comma S. This data type, what purpose I want to use means, so I can store or else storing integer values Okay, integer and also float values. Integer and also float values. Here both can be stored in this data type. Why, sir, both can be stored means, here the reason is there. What is the reason? Here int data type converting into which type? Number. So that means here number data type is possible to store integer values. Along with what next? Float. But here the question is, sir, when it was stored integer and when it was stored float? That is important for us. Yes or no? So when it will store integer, observe. Okay. So when we use number of p, okay, then store integer values only. Integer values only. Okay, when I'm using, so when it will be use, okay, use number of p comma s, okay, then what it will store here? Float values will be stored. Float values only store. Okay, na? Here this is important point for you. So when it was integer and when it was float. Now when it was integer, when we are passing only precision, p means precision value, then only integer. If you are passing along with precision and scale, then it was storing what now? Float values. Okay, na? For example, let me come. Here, what it P and S, first we will check it out, then you can understand. Okay, now here P stands for exciting precision. Here P stands for precision. So what is precision, sir? Precision is nothing but counting all digits, okay, including counting all digits, including left and right side digits. Left and right side digits of a decimal point. Of a decimal point in the expression. Decimal point in the expression. Okay, na? This is what it means, sir. Let me go for to take one example on this. Okay, my example, observe carefully. 56.23 is a one decimal expression. Yes or no? Suppose in this expression, if I wanted to know what is my precision value, what is my precision value means, precision, what it was saying, guys, counting all digits, including left and right side digits, left and right side digits, right sides digits of a decimal point, I said, of a decimal point. Of a decimal point. Here decimal point, carefully observed, here decimal point was there. So this decimal point, left side, how many digits are there? 2. Right side, how many digits are there? 2. Then 2 plus 2, 4. So that means here, if anybody asks you what is your precision in this expression, means 4. Okay. Same as, for example, if I want to give it now, okay, some number I'm giving now, and 45. Can you tell me what is my precision here? My precision is equals to 6. This is the total counting of digits in your decimal expression. How many number of digits are you given in this, including left and right side? So those are comes under what now? Precision. Understand now? Suppose here what is S, sir? S stands for, let me take S stands for scale. What is scale, sir? Here means counting the right side digits, counting the right side digits of, counting the right side digits of a decimal point. A decimal point in the given expression. In the given expression. So now if I'm asking to you, so example, suppose guys here, okay, 56.23 I was given. Can you tell me what is my scale? What is my scale? 2, because scale means what it is, counting the right side digits of decimal point. Decimal point here, this one. The decimal point left side 2 was there, but right side also 2 digits. So scale is what now? 2. Okay. But in this case, if I'm asking here, what is my precision? 4. The precision is 4. In the same pattern, next example I'm giving now. Suppose some expression I was given here. Now if I'm asking, what is my scale in this? 3, yes. And what is your precision in this? 8. Got it my point now? So scale and precisions you will be count like this. Okay. One example. Suppose I'm going to ask you one example. What is my example? In my table, product price. The product price number of 6,2 I was given. So 6,2 I was given. Then tell me, 6,2 means how much price amount I can save in this column? Now tell me, I'm asking one by one. So, okay, can I store 0.0? Yes or no? Yes, I can store, because 0.0 expression, what is this? Precision. Precision how much here? 2. Precision means what? Counting left and right. Your left and right, how many digits? 2. My precision how much? 6. Within the range or without the range? Within the range. Within the range means accepted or not? Yes. And what is scale? What is here my scale? 1. Within the range, without the range? Accepted? Yes, I can. So now, suppose I'm passing here. 25 rupees 34 paisa. Can I? I can. Okay. Because precision how much? Scale how much? 2. Satisfied both are? Yes. 999.99 paisa. Can I store? Yes, I can. Your precision how much? 5. My precision within, without? Within. Scale how much? Your scale? Satisfied? Yes. No. Which one is not satisfied? Scale. Precision satisfied? Scale? Not satisfied. So not allowed. This is. Can I? Yes. Precision 6. Satisfied now? Yes. Scale? Satisfied now? Yes. So if I was given 6,2, if I was given, then how much my range? 0.02 9,999.99 paisa. Up to the price I can store. 0.0 price to 99.99. Okay na? Suppose here 9,999.99. Okay, nothing problem. It was allowed. Okay na? But next I'm storing here just 10,000. Can I? Can I? 10,000. How many people say yes? Raise hand. Okay. No? No. No only 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. No girls. No option for no girls. Okay. Here, careful observe. Here I was directly inserted 10,000 rupees. Are you getting my point now? Yes. But whenever I was inserted directly 10,000 rupees, in the rupee format, compulsory we should have a paisa now. Yes, that's called as a rupee. Otherwise, if it is sending here like this is called what? Integer. It's not a float. Yes or no? When it was considered as a float, paisa also, point value also, it should be there. So your point value I was not given. User is not given. But I was given 6 comma 2. Here 6 comma 2. That means precision I was given and also scale. So what we said, whenever user is mentioned scale value, compulsory it was taking float format. Yes or no? It will be taking float format. So now the float, how it was taking whenever user is not sending now, it means taking what now? 0.00 will take. By default, what it was take? 0, 0. And now total count 7. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My precision how much? But here how much? Is exceed? No. Exceed means out of the range. Out of the range? Yes, then it is allowed? No, not allowed. It was showing what? Error. Okay. Suppose my question, sir, I want to store 10,000 rupees. I want to store in this price column. What I want to change? Precision. Precision, how much I want to change now? 7. Now, if I change 7, can I store 10,000 rupees? Yes, now this time it was going to be what? Allowed. And now 10,000, okay. Then up to what? Up to what? Come on, up to 99,999.99. Yes or no? 99,999.99. Up to there I can store. So that means 1 lakh rupee. Can I store? No. Why, sir? Total 6 plus 2 8. But my precision how much? So 1 lakh I can't store. If I want to store 1 lakh rupee, what I want to change? 8 I can give it. Understand now? So this is the way your precision and the scale can be checked. Understand? Now, so take this example. So first of all, yeah, write down. Okay, completed. Ah, so these are what now numeric data types category. And second one, write down. What is the second data type? Characters. Okay, or else even though we called as it is what now string data types. Okay, right. So this characters or string data types, how it was working here means, for example, let you see, I'm going to take one example. Okay, employee name I was taken now. On this employee name, okay, suppose I was given the data type is character data type I was given now. This is why my one of my column in the table. Okay, right. So suppose to this column, if I try to insert some name here, for example, Smith, I want to insert now. Can you tell me if I use a try to insert it the Smith, then it is allowed or not allowed? Allowed, huh? Sure. Smith is allowed. Okay, it was what it was showing error, not allowed. Okay, but guys here observe the same thing. If I'm giving here Smith, then it is allowed. So here the point is, tell me what is the differences between this and this one? Ear Smith and ear Smith do have any differences? Huh? What is the difference here? Ear, this is a string. No, it's just a characters. This is what now? String format. So that means character data types. So many students are as a fresher. So many people what they think character data types are storing characters. Okay, but that was wrong. So character data types are never store characters. It will be storing which format data? String format data. So now write down below storing string format data only. String format data only. Okay, so here in database string can be represented with single quotes. Carefully observe. But in your front end side, you are using what now? Double quotes. Yes or no? But double quotes are not supported here. It was supporting only single quotes. That is your string format. Okay. Now that is the reason when I try this Smith, it is not allowed and showing error. But the same thing here, if I try with single quotes, then it is okay, allowed. And same thing, can you tell me, suppose 1021, if I try this, can I allow this? No, 1021 is what actually? Integer, but that was showing what? Error. But the same 1021, if I'm sending like this, can I? Allowed, huh? Allowed. Why, sir? Because 1021, now it is not a integer. Now it is a string format. So then it was say allowed. That's the difference of your string and integer. So now any string format of data, when you try to send it to your character data type columns, then it will be allowed. So this is a number, not allowed, but this is a string, allowed. So this example also write down below. Okay, right. But here, whatever the string format we said, Okay, so here, how many types of string formats of data can I store into this data types? Okay, now, right. And let me see here. Okay, a string formats are two types, guys, here. String format data. So two types of data can be supported here. Okay, what is the two types here? First type is called as a characters only string data. Characters only string data format. Okay, and second type here, alphanumeric characters, alphanumeric characters string data format. String data format. So these are the string format can be two types. One is characters only string data format, that type of one side, and alphanumeric characters string data formats. The two kind of and two types of data formats we can store under which data types? Character data types. And this two string formats should be have in the format of a string only. Okay. Now what is what? Let me see. Suppose in this character only string, then what it was come, sir? In this case means it was come to small a to small z alphabets, or else capital A to capital Z. These are the things which was comes here. And examples what, sir? Okay, any name example, like I can say Smith. Okay, example name I can say, okay, so Ellen. Okay, na? So these kind of etc names you can use only characters, and I don't have it any other letters in this case. And come back to, okay, alphanumeric. What is the mean by alphanumeric means? Here, not only characters, along with characters, we have in numbers and special characters also. So that means capital, a small a to z, or capital A to Z, okay, comma, 0 to 9 numbers I can use in this. And later I can use some special characters like at the rate, comma, hash symbol, comma, dollar symbol, percentage symbol, ampersandage symbol, underscores, yes or no? So these kind of things, okay, which was comes here. And examples of your alphanumeric. Examples of alphanumeric, so many are there. For example, nowadays you have a mail IDs are there. You are creating mail IDs, right? How to create mail ID? For example, sai123 at the rate gmail.com. Yes or no? This is called as a alphanumeric. And nowadays in the alphanumeric, some more examples are there. For example, password. Can you remember passwords also we are creating alphanumeric, and especially when you go for banking sectors. Anybody have an online account? Do you have an online account now? In the online account, okay, when you have your user ID and below password, and whenever you want to create one online banking account password, okay, there simply in your web application in the beside the hint also there. What is the hint? Your password should have a one capital letter, one small letter, one number, and one special characters. Yes or no? So this combination I want to create my password. Then only password is accepted. Otherwise passwords are not accepted. Okay, na? So that kind of combination passwords. Otherwise, nowadays, can you see your PAN number? PAN number is also having alphabets and number combination. Yes or no? And nowadays, can you see, okay, barcode numbers, like we can say product barcode. Anybody observed barcode numbers? Barcode numbers also having the characters and numbers combination. Okay, like nowadays you can see your all ticket numbers also. If a student all ticket number is also having characters and numbers. So character number combination, character number special combination. So any one of these two combinations are there, then it is called as what now? Alpha numerics. So these kind of okay, the things are comes under alpha numeric category. Understand na? So that means in my character data types, I can store what? Alphabets, I can store numbers, I can store special characters also. Okay, but everything should be in the format of string format only. Okay, right. This is what, right down below. Take this. Okay, right. And next point here, observe. So these character data types, guys, very important. Observe these character data types are again, okay, classified into two ways, guys. Here, into two, the two ways it was classified here. Okay, first one we called as here non-Unicode data types, and in this it was comes under care of size. Okay, and next one is called as what now? Varchar2 of a size is a one category, and second one we called as Unicode data types. So in this Unicode we have here n care of size. Okay, and later we will go for n varchar2 of a size. Okay, right. And now you have a questions and doubts. What is your doubt? Sir, what is non-Unicode data types and how it was working? Okay, and what is the differences between char and varchar2? Same as Unicode data types and nchar and varchar2. And later, in these two categories of data type, non-Unicode and Unicode, in these two, which type of data types are using in real-time industries? Okay, when you go for real-time applications, so most of the people, they're using which type of data types here? Unicode, non-Unicode. Okay, what is the differences? Okay, so these things we will discuss on tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow very important class for you. So about these two categories of data types. Okay, now right. And all of you taken classroom, Google Class taken, okay, so I will upload this notes into Google Class also. Okay, now Right. So thank you guys. And online people have any doubts, stay there. Mm. Registrations maybe. Cloud registrations కాకపోతే మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన క్లౌడ్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ కాకపోతే అప్పుడు ఆ ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది. సో ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని అవాయిడ్ చేయాలి అంటే ఈ కమాండ్ ప్రాసెస్. సో కమాండ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటంటే ఈ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చినప్పుడు అంటే ఇది యూజ్ చేయకుండా, ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ నువ్వు సిస్టమ్తో కనెక్ట్ అయిపోతావు. సిస్టమ్ టైగర్ కనెక్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఓకే ఎక్కడ నువ్వు ఒకటి రాయాలి. ఏంటంటే కమాండ్ ఏంటంటే ఆల్టర్ సెషన్ సెట్ స్క్రిప్ట్ వచ్చేసి దీన్ని ట్రూ చేస్తాం. ఇది రాసాం అనుకో నీకు ఇది ఇంకా పెట్టక్కర్లేదు, డైరెక్ట్ గా యూజర్
ఎవ్రీ టైం లాగిన్ అయ్యి ఎవ్రీ టైం చేయాలా, సింగిల్ టైం చేయాలి?
సిస్టమ్ వచ్చేసి
I was not able to store Oracle, so you told me to bring this other day.
okay, but now we gave an error and now it was taking 1 hour time to copy this. Do one thing, tomorrow when you come to class na,
Okay.
starting only give me,
Okay.
I will give it, okay na?
All right.
Okay, right.
The Oracle installation ke time se error fail ho.
At this time you kept net here, net is there.
Yes sir.
You brought your laptop. Do one thing, you have any work now? 11 o'clock, any batches there now? Class, which class?
इससे पहले क्या?
नहीं, इसके बाद कुछ क्लास है आपको?
नहीं.
इसी फ्लोर में लैब में चला जाओ, वो दिखा दो, वो हमारा पर्सन सॉल्व कर देगा. इंस्टॉलेशन हुआ है
सर, आधे से रुक गया, आधे से और उससे नहीं जा रहे, से स्क्रीनशॉट लेके रखा हूँ. फाइव तक जाता है, वहीं पे रुक जाता है.
पासवर्ड क्या है?
महेश MHESH.
स्मॉल कैपिटल.
स्मॉल.
Oracle not नहीं इंस्टॉल हुआ यार.
सर थोड़ा चेक कर लो. ये भी सर नहीं होता है.
ये भी नहीं हो रहा है, इंस्टॉलेशन नहीं हुआ आपका. एक काम कर, अभी 11 o'clock कुछ का क्लास नहीं है ना, लैब में चला जाओ.
लैब में जाने से
लैब में जाओ, ये दिखा दे उन लोगों
और सर सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड कुछ सवाल था
Sir, problem వస్తుంది సార్ ప్రతిసారి ఇన్స్టాన్స్ కి
తెచ్చాము ఇప్పుడు.
తెచ్చాను
ఓపెన్
సార్, ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేశాను సార్. ఇన్స్టాలేషన్
ఎక్కడ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తావా?
చేసి సార్ ఓపెన్ చేసి కనెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు బ్యాక్ వచ్చింది డైరెక్ట్. ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి సార్? కనెక్ట్ చేస్తాం కదా సార్, పాస్వర్డ్ యూజర్ నేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఎంటర్ చేసి కనెక్టెడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎంటర్ కొడితే బ్యాక్ వచ్చింది కంప్లీట్ గా. అప్లికేషన్
ల్యాప్టాప్ ఇచ్చావా?
లేదు సార్, ల్యాబ్
రేపు వస్తావా? పట్టుకోము కొంచెం. రేణుక, సో సెమీకోలన్. ఆల్రెడీ చేసావా?
చేశాను సార్.
మొత్తం కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదా మరి? కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదా?
కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదు సార్.
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యే ముందు ఇవ్వమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు ఇస్తే కష్టం. అది ఎందుకంటే 1 hour పడుతుంది కాపీ అవ్వడానికి. అంటే రేపు స్టార్టింగ్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఇచ్చేస్తారు. ఓకే, పాస్వర్డ్ ఏం పెట్టావు?
సార్ టైగర్ సార్.
కనెక్ట్ అయిపోయిందా? క్రియేట్ అవ్వట్లేదు. क्लिक से दान में क्लिक से इंस्टॉलेशन नहीं हुआ, एक काम करो, पहले कोड सेट डाउन कर दो, फिर स्टार्ट रीस्टार्ट करो. Yeah, Vijay and online people, if any installation problems come out, I will give tomorrow one contact number. Okay, our Naresh IT administrator number I will give to you for especially online people purpose. Okay, na? So you guys sir contact to him and solve your installation problems. Okay, Vijay, the tomorrow I will give that number to you. So Vijaya, you have your Vijay Lakshmi, do you have your laptop along with you? Say yes or no. Yes. Okay, so I'm giving some steps, follow it immediately as usual. First, connect with your system admin. Connect with your system admin first. Sandeep, you can take your Google Classroom from your admin, Mr. Subham. Okay, so this number, that guy number already you have, you can contact to him, he will give it. Okay, Prashant, what is your error? Show connected, huh? Right, after connected, do one thing and write immediately this query in below. Now do this one, Prashant. Not Prashant. Vijay Lakshmi, next after system through connected, then you have to send this. Write this. Is it happen or not? Check it out. Open out.